Good evening and welcome to the Exploit Report. I'm Silas Stone. Tonight we bring you an in-depth look at a sweeping cyber threat campaign that leverages cracked software to deliver dangerous information stealers and the latest twists in global cybercrime. Cybersecurity researchers have uncovered a novel campaign in which threat actors embed malicious code within cracked versions of legitimate software. Unsuspecting users who install these pirated programs inadvertently activate payloads that deploy information stealers, most notably Lumma and ACR Stealer. The OnLab Security Intelligence Center, ASEC, has noted a marked surge in the distribution of ACR Stealer since January 2025. Once on a system, ACR Stealer is capable of harvesting files, browser data, and even cryptocurrency wallet information. Previously propagated via hijack loader, the stealer now employs a dead drop resolver technique. In this method, the malware retrieves its command and control C2 server address by accessing a specific page hosted on legitimate services such as Steam, Telegram's Telegraph, Google Forms, and Google Slides. The threat actors hide the true C2 domain by encoding it in base64 on that page. The malware then decodes the string to learn where to send exfiltrated data. In a related development, another campaign uses files with the MSC extension, normally executed by the Microsoft Management Console, to deliver the Radamanthi stealer. These files are deceptively disguised as MS Word documents. When a user clicks Open, a PowerShell script is downloaded from an external source. This script in turn retrieves an executable carrying the Radamanthi's payload. Notably, two variants of this MSC malware have been identified. One exploits a vulnerability in the APD s.dll component, CVE 2024-43572, also known as Grim resource, while the other leverages the console taskpad to execute commands. Although Microsoft patched the vulnerability in October 2024 after its initial discovery in June by Elastic Security Labs, threat actors continue to exploit it. The threat landscape is further complicated by other campaigns that use social engineering. Cybercriminals have been observed abusing chat support platforms like Zendesk, impersonating customers to trick support agents into downloading a stealer known as Zhong Stealer. A report by Hudson Rock revealed that over 30 million computers have been infected by various stealers in recent years, leading to the theft of corporate credentials and session cookies. Such stolen data, sometimes sold for as little as $10 per log, even from employees in classified sectors, provides attackers with a ready-made foothold to stage further intrusions and post-exploitation attacks. Adding to these challenges, threat actors have been ramping up efforts to spread malware families, including remote access Trojans, ARATs, and additional stealers through techniques like ClickFix. This method redirects users to fake CAPTCHA pages, instructing them to copy and execute nefarious PowerShell commands. One payload, I2Prat, goes even further by routing its final C2 communication through the I2P anonymization network, thus complicating attribution and response efforts. Across the cyber world, high-profile incidents continue to make headlines. The North Korean Lazarus Group is now linked to a record-setting 1.5 billion crypto heist that drained funds from one of Bybit's Ethereum cold wallets during a routine transfer on February 21, 2025. This unprecedented theft dwarfs previous scams involving Ronin Network and Poly Network. In parallel, OpenAI has banned clusters of ChatGPT accounts found to be engaged in a variety of malicious activities, from crafting surveillance tools that comb social media platforms to generating divisive content and even assisting in malware development. Meanwhile, Apple has recently ceased offering its advanced data protection for iCloud in the United Kingdom, choosing not to comply with government demands for backdoor access to encrypted user data. In another example of state-linked cyber activity, the China-connected group Salt Typhoon exploited a years-old, now-patched Cisco vulnerability, CVE 2018-0171, to compromise major U.S. telecommunications companies. By using living-off-the-land tactics and a bespoke tool called Jumbled Path to perform remote packet captures, Salt Typhoon has underscored the persistent threat posed by state-sponsored actors. Russian-aligned threat groups have also been busy. Multiple clusters have exploited Signal's Linked Devices feature by deploying malicious QR codes that grant unauthorized access to user accounts, a tactic mirrored in recent attacks on WhatsApp. And as vulnerabilities continue to emerge, this week's trending CVEs include issues affecting Microsoft Power Pages, Craft CMS, Citrix NetScaler, OpenSSH, and even networked printers and routers, reminding us that every digital doorway can be an entry point for cyber attacks. Law enforcement and regulatory actions are intensifying as well. A U.S. Army soldier has pleaded guilty to hacking AT&T and Verizon systems, while 2 Estonian nationals have admitted to orchestrating a massive $577 million cryptocurrency fraud involving the fictitious mining service Hashflare. Internationally, Thailand rescued 7,000 people from illegal call centers in Myanmar, exposing the grim human cost behind scams ranging from romance fraud to fake investment schemes. Meanwhile, sanctioned entities drove nearly $116 billion in illicit cryptocurrency transactions last year, fueled by platforms like Tornado Cash and the rising digital currency activity among Iranian services. Other notable stories include the controversial U.S.-Russia prisoner swap involving cybercriminal Alexander Vinnik, arrests of distributors for the encrypted Sky ECC service in Spain and the Netherlands, and the exposure of an Italian spyware maker behind malicious WhatsApp clones targeting private data. Financially motivated groups continue to innovate as well. CryptoBytes recently unleashed UX crypto ransomware, often deployed alongside rats to maximize impact. In a striking incident, threat actors breached a manufacturing network and achieved lateral movement in a mere 48 minutes by combining email bombing with social engineering via Microsoft Teams and Quick Assist. As governments respond to these escalating threats, the Russian administration has approved tougher measures against cybercrime, including extended prison terms and enhanced international cooperation to extradite criminals. From sophisticated malware campaigns exploiting cracked software to record-breaking crypto heists and state-sponsored espionage, the cyber threat landscape is evolving rapidly. Organizations and individuals alike must remain vigilant, continuously update security protocols, and foster public-private cooperation to safeguard our digital future. This report is brought to you by the Exploit Report, your trusted source for cybersecurity news.